Hey everyone, this is Dennis Furia from Furia Games, and I am going to do a playthrough of Deck of Wonders with the Master of Dungeons expansion. These are on Kickstarter now, so please check out the page, back us if you can. And on that page, you will see a link to play this tabletop simulator demo for yourself. I did a rules explainer video talking about kind of teaching how to play. In this video, I'm just going to play all the way through a game, more focused on showcasing the flow of an actual playthrough rather than teaching everything. So if I'm not explaining everything I'm doing, you can go check out that other video to hear a little bit more about how to play. We have the demo set up here. In this demo, we're going up against Cullen the Spoiled Prince. So we've put our health down to 20 instead of 30. And we know if we get to the point of reshuffling, things are going to get really bad for us really quick. This is playing with the expansion. So we've also got Harbinger, the Master of Dungeons, set out. She's the sneaky new villain that kind of slides in as a third party on your other fights. We've put in 4 dungeon cards to the deck, and we're using excuse me, the recommended set of cards to go with Cullen. So our deck is built and ready to go. And you'll see me here shuffle it up and start our turn by drawing. So here we go. Oh, wow. Okay. All minions in the starting hand, including 3 copies of Treant Shepherd. Someone do the math. What's the probability of 3 showing up in your opening hand? No spells, but I'm not unhappy to see a bunch of Treant Shepherd. It's a good minion for me. You have to discard something to play it, but then you draw right back up. I wonder, it could be greedy, but I'm going to play a Treant Shepherd and then discard one of them. And that way, if I happen to draw into Regeneration, I can pull it. Yep. Okay. Hey. Okay. So I can use Regeneration to pull the Treant Shepherd that I just discarded out for free. Okay. So 2 minions for the price of 1 right there. That's great. And I guess the question is, do I want to play more? This is a pretty solid opening defense. Cullen will get 3 cards. I want to be able to react to what he does. And so, maybe I don't want to shoot my entire hand and be hyper aggressive. Depending on what I draw into, I could play, up to 4 minions out, but then I'd be kind of exposed to other things, to guerrilla warfare. I think I want to see what Cullen does first. So let's hang on to some cards, keep some options in our hand, and pass the turn over to Cullen. So we will draw for Cullen. He gets 3 draws on his first turn. So there's guerrilla warfare. It's going to miss because I have less than 4 minions out, but it will draw 1. So he gets Gnomish Servant. That's also going to draw 1. He brings a friend. And here we go. Okay, we've got our first dungeon card. This is Suspicious Door. So this is part of the expansion. And we get immediately a choice. We're going to resolve only one side of this and then continue play. So we're getting some agency in the villain turn. And depending on what's going on, the right choice might be different. We could take the option to, the next time the villain draws a spell, ignore all text except draw effects. So that's great that especially as Cullen is drawing a lot on his first turn, that could be powerful for us. The other option is to take 3 damage ourselves, but we earn a gold. And gold is the resource that you can use at the end of the game to unlock, buy more dungeon cards, more powerful dungeon cards that advance the game. So yeah, while it would be very nice to have this protection from the next spell, I'm going to be reckless. I'm going to dive in. I'm going to take the gold, knowing there's a chance that I could get blown up. Okay, so we've taken our gold. We take 3 damage, and then we replace the dungeon card. So this is continuing Cullen's turn. He draws Pixie Mesmerist. That's his first draw. Next up comes a Regeneration, and that misses because there's not a minion on top of the discard. And he draws another Pixie Mesmerist. So Regeneration does draw 1 even when it misses. Cullen has 1 more draw. And, okay, we get a Forest Troll. This has playtext destroy 1 other villain minion. So as it rampages onto the field, it's going to stomp one of Cullen's own Pixie Mesmerists. And that concludes Cullen's draws. We're going into the battle lines phase now. And because of Harbinger's special ability Hidden Entrance, we can choose one villain minion to exhaust, basically make it not attack. Feels like Forest Troll would be the obvious choice. And then these two smaller minions would attack me directly. I would take 2 more damage. I think so that doing that with Harbinger's power could be good. Make sure we keep all of our minions. But I don't have any removal for this Forest Troll yet. And I could draw into something on my turn, but I almost wonder if I can guarantee getting a 2-for-1 trade here with the Treant Shepherd. And actually, I could if I push the Gnomish Servant to the back, that means the smallest, weakest minion stays alive, but I take out both Pixie Mesmerist and Forest Troll. So a little 2-for-1 trade there, getting a very scary minion out of the way, and still letting me have some attacking power next turn. I could then take out the Gnomish Servant if I wanted, or just count on the fact that it'll kind of get run over in a future battle. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to exhaust the Gnomish Servant and take the 2-for-1 trade while it's on the table. I will also make sure that the Forest Troll is on top, just in case I draw another regeneration. So that is Cullen's opening turn. I'm going to ready his minions and pass back over to me. And I get Gnomish Servant. Okay, yeah, let's play that out, see what we get. An Earth Shield. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. So I want to give myself maximum flexibility in fielding whatever Cullen draws. And I think to do that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to play out my other Treant Shepherd, discard Pixie Cavalry, and let's see what we get. Oh, regeneration. Okay. The thought I had was I'm going to put an Earth Shield on one of my Treants. And then that allows me, since they're the same priority, that allows me to control what Cullen does next turn with more precision. I can force him to kill a Treant Shepherd, or I could push the other one forward and force him to attack face. Yeah, so I like this. I can also attack with the Treant Shepherd, deal 3 damage to Cullen. See how you like it. And I'm going to pass my turn. I don't want to regenerate Pixie Cavalry because there are bigger minions, and also that would put me 4 wide, which would be very bad if we saw another Guerrilla Warfare. So that's my turn. Cullen gets to draw, and he draws Gust of Wind. Okay, so on the player side, this would destroy all minions with 1 base health. But because it's the villain side, he is only going to target my minions. So that's fine. I lost the Gnomish Servant, and Cullen's Gnomish Servant is going to tap me there. But overall, I'm kind of happy with this position. So we'll pass the turn back over to me, and I get some removal. Okay, Baited Trap. I don't want to use that on Gnomish Servant. Actually, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to control the board. I'm going to use my Treant Shepherd without the shield to kill Gnomish Servant, and then I'm going to deal 3 more damage to Cullen using my one with the shield. Since this one doesn't take any damage, I preserve the shield, and I'm going to pass over. I'm not going to fish out Gnomish Servant with regeneration. Okay, Cullen gets a Reinforced Dam. Technically, that deals 0 damage to me, and the turn passes back over. You can see how play speeds up as you kind of get the rhythm of things. Gust of Wind, more spells in my hand. And this is an interesting choice, okay? So I could take out the Reinforced Dam by attacking with both of my minions, but then I'll lose the Earth Shield. And I kind of want to use that to force Cullen to make some bad decisions later on. So maybe I'll sit on... Actually, here, why don't I will use Baited Trap, discarding Gust of Wind to take out the Reinforced Dam. Just remove that instead. And now I can deal, instead of just sitting there and waiting, I can deal 6 damage to Cullen. All right, I like that a lot. And now I'm maybe starting to open up a lead, depending on what I get in future turns. Maybe I can start to race him Let's see what Cullen does. Passing back over to him, he gets Poison Toad. Okay, this is going to kill my highest priority player minion. This is where it's fortunate that because of Earth Shield, I can, because I have 2 player minions at the same priority, I can preserve the one with Earth Shield and have the Poison Toad trade out this one. Okay, that's Cullen's turn. Here I go. Another gust of wind. I've drawn so many spells, and that's really not what I'm hoping to see here. 3 more damage. I've got him 3/4 of the way down. Let's see if he's got a response. He's got Treant Shepherd. Okay. Okay. He's not going to be able to kill me or kill my minion because of Earth Shield, so he's going to attack me for 3. I could have used my regeneration last turn, and that might have put lethal on board for me. Man, okay. Yeah, I should have been doing more thinking and less talking. But let's see what we get here. Drawing, this is our card. Reinforced Dam. Okay. I like this. Let's go for a big swing here. I want to play Reinforced Dam, and I'm going to regenerate Treant Shepherd. So now I've got a good protection for my other minions. I've got some options in terms of dealing with removal. This is a really strong spot. It also leads me to an interesting kind of situation where if I want to earn more gold, I could try to draw out the end of the game to see more dungeon cards. That's always dangerous, though, because fate favors the villain, and the longer the game goes, the more likely it is that they'll kind of swing back into the lead. Okay, though, I've played that. These should have come into play. Exhausted, and I will attack. Do I want? I think the right play here is to attack the Treant Shepherd. I lose the Earth Shield, but destroy the villain's card, and I'm going to bury it just because I don't want him pulling it back out with a regeneration. And that, while I'm still 2 hits away, I have kind of made myself the most protected in terms of having a strong board of minions. So I'll pass back over to Cullen, and he gets Guerrilla Warfare. Okay, if I had 1 more minion in play right now, that would be very bad for me. As is, it's going to miss and draw 1. Earth Shield doesn't have a minion to go on, so it misses and draws 1. And all this villain draw helps ensure that they don't do anything overtly stupid. You know, if that was all they did on their turn and nothing else came up, then you'd be a little disappointed. Okay, so Pixie Cavalry here is the play. It cannot destroy Reinforced Dam, so it's going to attack me directly, and I lose 2 health. And it's my turn. I have lethal on board. That's very exciting. But let's see if I can earn a little more gold. It seems like the other dungeon cards might be a little lower in the deck. So I'll hold on. I will choose not to attack. And let's see if any other dungeon cards come out. So Cullen gets a Poison Toad. So these 2 combined will attack the Reinforced Dam and destroy it. And that is Cullen's turn. I draw. Okay, there we go. Hey, we got a dungeon card. Awesome. Let's see here. I've got the option now. I could either exhaust all my player minions and gain a gold, or, and that's like staying up all night, pushing through for the rewards, or I could choose to pass out for the night, and I could not play cards during my next player turn. I could restore 5 health, and then draw 2 instead of 1 as I'm moving forward. Yeah, I'm in control right now, and the reason I've prolonged the game is to earn more gold. So let's go with the gold option. We are going to push through, and we are going to exhaust our minions in order to get some gold. I draw a card to replace that, the dungeon card we just resolved, and yeah, Gnomish Servant, a little protection on the bottom end there is fine. Plus there's draw. So we'll play Gnomish Servant, and there's some removal. Okay, I like removal. Oh, you know what? This is a great time for Gust of... Oh, no, I screwed it up. Okay. Well, So, yeah. I already played Gnomish Servant. I already draw it, so I'm not going to go back on it. I should have played Gust of Wind first to take out the Poison Toad. I think I mentioned earlier that on my side, it's going to destroy all minions. On the villain side, it only destroys mine. So the villain is more targeted than my side. I think it's worth playing it anyway, even though I lose the Gnomish Servant. Getting rid of that Poison Toad is... Oh, I'm just racking up misplay after misplay. Hold on. All right. Before I do that, man, there's so much complexity here that to kind of think through. Before I do that, I've got 2 villain minions on board. I didn't see any new information, so I'm not going to go back on this one. Guerrilla Warfare. Come on now. Guerrilla Warfare, if I play it, will draw me 2. So that is excellent, and I'm trying to get through this deck to see more dungeon cards. Don't quite get there, but now is the right time for Gust of Wind. I lose the Gnomish Servant, but I get the Poison Toad as well. I want to make sure it's buried. And why don't let's play out the Hungry Wolf. Even more flexibility. So that would be my turn. End it. I will refresh my minions and draw for Cullen. Lightning Strike. Okay, an example of why it was great to play out Hungry Wolf. That's going to destroy the highest priority player minion. All 3 of these are 3 priority, so I get to choose the weakest minion and designate that as highest priority. Pixie Cavalry can't kill one of my Treant Shepherds, so it will again attack me. I just crossed a threshold, so if you win with 10 or more health, I would have been able to open up one of the legacy packs. But since I'm going for gold, not necessarily other unlock packs, that's an interesting decision. If I really wanted to open that pack, I could have ended the game and taken that reward. Instead, I'm kind of going for more gold rewards, which I've got 2, so 1 more gold and I'll be able to buy a dungeon card. That's Cullen's turn. It comes back around to me. I've got another baited trap removal. I will use my minions, since I'm not using them to deal damage to face just yet, to take out the Pixie Cavalry. That doesn't kill my Treant Shepherd. I will deal 3 damage to Cullen with the other one just to get him in easy range in case one of my guys gets picked off, and I'm still sitting on plenty of removal here. Cullen's turn now. Gets Hungry Wolf. That is going to trade out with one of my Treant Shepherds. And then there was one. Coming back to my turn, it means it's probably a good time. Oh, hey, all right. Hey, we got our dungeon card, Cursed Ring here. Either I may not play minions with priority 1 or 2, and I gain a gold, or I can ignore priority during the battle lines phase, giving me complete control over who Cullen attacks. I mean, I want that yummy gold, and I will take it. I get to draw a card to replace this, and now, awesome, I've hit that 3 gold threshold, so I'll at least be able to buy a dungeon card with from the 3 gold pack. I draw a card to replace that and get Earthshield. But hey, I've got lethal on board. I've gotten my 3 gold. I'm going to get out before something goes terribly wrong. So I attack and I take out Cullen, remaining 2 health, and I've won. I did not get to unlock Cullen's Legacy pack. That's not in the demo, but it's in the main game. But I do have enough gold to then go and buy a dungeon card. Very cool. Hopefully that gives you a feel for the flow of the game, and I hope you'll check us out on Kickstarter. See you around.